Hello friends, hope you all are doing great. Today I would like to explain on the topic called weed seed dispersal. So the meaning of dispersal is something like moving from one place to the other place or spreading from one place to the other place. So when we look at the weed seed dispersal, so already we learned that weed seeds can multiply in hundreds or even thousands. Not only that, they are having another character. They can easily disperse from one place to the other place by having their own modified structures, and also by taking the help from different agents, they can easily move from one place to the other place when we compare with the crop seeds. So let us see what are the agents which are causing weed seeds to disperse from one place to the other place. So these are the agents. The first one is wind, next one is water, third one is animals, fourth one is man, fifth one is machinery, then the sixth one is intercontinental movement, then the crop mimicry, and the last one is admixture. So among all these agents, wind is the one which is causing major dispersal for the weed seeds. So in wind, how wind is helping the weed seeds to move from one place to the other? Our only wind is making our wind is the one which is acting in the major role, or seeds also involving in that? Let us see for the weed seeds are having their own modified structures where they can easily disperse from one place to the other place. These are the modified structures which are possessed by the weed seeds. There are around 5 types. So these modified structures making the weed seed to float freely in the air so that they can move from one place to the other place. That is very important. Then let us see what are the modified structures which are having to the weed seeds. The first one is pappus. Pappus is nothing but the parachute like modification to the weed seed. Parachute like modification means, for example, weed seed will be there and here seed will be there, and so likewise it will possess the hair like appendages which will make the weed seed to freely move or float in the air from one place to the other place. Wherever wind blows, accordingly weed seed will move. So that's why they named it as parachute like modification. The best example is Tridax procumbens. So if you do not know how it looks like, please search in the Google, you can get it. Then the next one is comos. Comos is something like covered with hair. That means to the seed fully covered with the hair. So because of the hair, it also can easily float in the air from one place to the other place. Along with the wind, it can move. That is comos. The best example is Calotropis gigantea. So this is the best example for the comos. Then the next one is feathery or persistent. Feathery, you know how the bird feather looks like. The same way here also styles are feathery. The style of the seed will have the feathery like appendages where because of the feathery they can easily float in the air. The example is anemone species. Then the next one is balloon like appendages or structure. By that word itself you can know how it resembles. Seed will be inside and outer layer will be having the core. In between the seed, the entire thing will be filled with the air. So this air will make the thing to Pappardcalyx to float in the air. That's the way how Pappardcalyx that encloses the fruit. This Pappardcalyx will completely encloses the fruit, and in between air will be there that will cause the seed to fly or float in the air. The best example is Physalis minima. Then the next one is wings. So one or more appendages that act as wing. That means, for example, seed is like this, and any one side this may have wing like appendages that can cause the seed to float in the air freely. So the best example is Acer macrophyllum. Acer macrophyllum. So these are the 5 types of modified structures which are possessed by the weed seeds, which are causing to move from one place to the other place by using the agent called wind. So this is very important concept where you have to learn about all these 5. Anyone can be asked in the. Let us see what are the factors which are causing the wind seed dispersal through wind. So these are the factors which are causing. See, please keep in your mind, because they are having the modified structures, it doesn't mean that they can easily float in the air. But another thing, these are the factors which are also making the wheat seed to easily disperse by using the agent called wind. So first one is seed weight. Because wheat seeds are very less in weight, that's why they are easily floating in the air. That's the major reason. Otherwise, though they may have any other appendages or structures, if they are heavy weight, then they cannot freely float in the air. Then the next one is seed shape. What kind of seed shape it is? So accordingly, it can easily flow or fly in the air. Then structures, these are the structures, major structures we can say. Then height of release. Height of release means, see, just imagine in the crop itself, like maize or sorghum crop which are tall growing, in that any weed which is very short growing type of weed is there. When wind blows within inside the crop, the velocity of the wind will be very less, where though weed seed is released from the mother plant, it cannot easily disperse. But weed is beyond the height of the crop, then when wind blows from the top itself, weed seed can easily disperse. That's the reason how much the height of the crop and how much the height of the weed plant, that varies. If the weed plant height is beyond the crop, then easily weed seeds can get detached from the mother plant and easily travel from one place to the other place by using the agent called wind. Then wind speed and turbulence. At what speed wind is actually moving? If it is moving at very high speed and turbulence also, then weed seeds can move very fast and go to the farthest region, far region. Otherwise, what will happen, from one field to the other field itself, they will just disperse and they'll settle down. If wind speed is very high, along with the wind, they can travel the distance further far. Then the next agent is water. Water also, after wind, water also is the major agent which is causing to disperse weed seeds from one field to the other field. For example, in the irrigation channel itself, there are many number of weeds which are producing the seeds. So when water is moving from one place to the other place through irrigation channels, the weeds which are in the irrigation channel, those seeds also will be traveling from irrigation channel to the field. And not only that, for example, let us imagine rice field. In that we give, the type of irrigation is flooding. So when we give flooding irrigation from one field to the other field, we will be releasing the water from one field to the other field by cutting the bund. So the weed seeds which are in this field can easily move to the other field. So that is one of the major agent. The water is causing the weed seed dispersal, even through irrigation from one place to the other place. If the irrigation canals are from the different for the distant area, from there to here also easily weed seeds can be dispersed. Then the next agent is animals. Animals also are one of the major agent to disperse weed seeds. They disperse the weed seeds in two ways. The first one is when they are grazing in the field, and the weed seeds which are having the sticky in nature, when those animals touches the weed seed, they can easily get touch to the or get stick to the animal's body. And also because the animals are having the fur or hair, to that also they can easily hook into the hair of the animal body. And when they are moving to the next field, there again they will be detached and then they will fall in to the other field, and there again that weed seed can germinate and again multiply. Then the other way of dispersal is when animals are feeding on the grass, those seeds along with the grass, the plants which are having the seeds, on those seeds also animal will feed on. So when they feed, it will go to the digestive system of the animal, and there, because the enzymes which are present in the animal body, which will make the weed seed to get activated and allow it to germinate when it come out, it will be treated like seed treatment we can say. So it will be activated. So when it comes out from the animal body in the form of excretion like cow dung, so those seeds will easily germinate wherever they go in excretion in other fields. Wherever they feed on, they will not go there for the dropping, but when they go to the other field or any other area where they go for excretion, the cow, when they release cow dung, in that weed seeds which will be dispersed easily. So the way how the buffalo or any cow or animal or bird, when they feed on this way and when it go to the intestine of the animal digestive tract or intestine, and when it comes out, that procedure we called endojucory. Endojucory. This is very important blank. Not only that, even ants also can take the wheat seeds from one place to the other place. They also act as an agent. Then the next one is man. When human being, when he walks in the field to their dress, these wheat seeds can get stick into, and when they go to the next field, they can easily detach, and that is also one of the way to disperse. Then the next one is machinery. Machinery also, when we are going for plowing activities or any tillage operations in the field, and when we do plowing in one field, and if you don't clean the implements, and if you go to the other field, the wheat seeds which are in that implement can be easily spread into the other field. That is the way how through machinery also wheat seeds can be easily dispersed. Then the next one is intercontinental movement. That means from one continent to the other continent, even one country to the other country, when crop seeds are taking along with the crop seeds, wheat seeds also can come, and such that is the way how wheat seeds easily can be dispersed. Example is Parthenium hysterophorus, where it came from other country to our country. So the next one is crop mimicry. Already I explained the definition of mimicry. That means exactly resembles like the crop, any weed which is resembles as such crop. So not only after they germinate, even when we look at their seed, even they look as such crop. So example, in the rice, barnyard millet, they looks like rice grain. So mimicry weed or crop mimicry, we cannot differentiate them. This is the way they can easily disperse. And the last one is admixture. Admixture means in any crop seeds, in that if we have very minute percentage of the wheat seeds, they can cause great damage to the crop. Already in the last class I explained about the parasitic weeds. Let us take in legume crops. In legume crop or lucerne, in that we see Cuscuta. Cuscuta is having very less in weight. If we in the legume crop, if 0.001%, just assume 0.001% of Cuscuta seeds, if they are present in the 2 kgs of legume seeds, that means if we take 0.001% in 2 kgs of crop seeds, this 0.001% means around 8 number of seeds will be there in the crop seeds. That Cuscuta seeds are in 18 number when we take 0.001%. This 18 number of seeds in the first season, they come 8 number of plants when we allow it. But when you look it into the next season, this 8 number of weeds will become many number of weeds, and we cannot control them easily. So that is the way how weed seeds can disperse in minimum number, and within a season they can multiply like anything, and they will become noxious weed to the farmer. So accordingly we have to take the steps. That's why in admixture we need to be very careful how much percentage of wheat seeds are there. At maximum point we have to avoid admixture into the crop seeds. So this is all about today's class. Thank you so much for watching this class, and if you like this class, please like the video, and if you don't subscribe the channel, please do subscribe, and please do share with your friends. Thank you so much.